Hey there YouTube, what's up? Today I'm going to tell you why you should not buy this phone. Make sure you check out my channel, Kinetic Boxing and Fitness. I post workout videos every Wednesday, and then I post topical videos on the weekends. Get in shape with me. Let's get moving. Kinetic Boxing and Fitness. Now I've had this phone for about 90 days. And I think I've had enough experience with it that I can definitely say you don't want this phone. It's a good phone. I'll get to that. I'm not going to review it because it's been done so many times, but I feel like there's a few things that most people probably don't consider when they're thinking about this phone. So let's start with number one, the size. This is a big phone. No matter what way you hold it, it's a big phone. And you're going to use it with a case, which makes it an even bigger phone. And this isn't even the full case. There's still this part. It magnetically connects into this, and this thing is really bulky. Without cases, not too bad, but why would you not put a case on this? If you put it in your pocket, it's not going to feel comfortable. And so then you're thinking, well, what's my other choice? And your other choice is a holster. Remember these? And so I've got this holster, pop it in there, and I have to say the holster is okay, but this holster is really bulky, and you feel this just sitting on your belt or hanging off your pocket. So it's a big phone. There's not really anything you can do about that. It is a huge phone. The number two reason is that not all apps can split screen on this phone. There's a few apps that I like to use together, and I couldn't do it. Each of them wanted to open full screen and would only open full screen. I'm like, and I almost wanted to cry. I was like, wow, I spent all this money on this phone because I thought it would allow me to do all these cool things with these different apps that I use, and I couldn't. And I was so stressed out. And then I found something. So I found this app called Good Lock. And when you open Good Lock, you have to get it from the Samsung store, and I'm surprised they don't just pre-install it. But there's this thing here called Multistar, and Multistar allows you to pop-up window or split screen pretty much any app out there. And so that solved my problem, I have to admit. Number three is price. Of course, the price is insane. It's such an expensive thing. I cannot believe I spent this much money on a phone. This has been my most expensive technology purchase ever. And you might think that, that just says that I'm cheap. And I am. My second most expensive technology purchase, my Porsche Design Book 1. This thing is beautiful, and I only bought it because I was like, I want a laptop that no one else has. Mission accomplished. And I've actually bought this secondhand. So I only spent like $1,000 on it, so much less than I spent on the phone. And I have to say, the moment I bought this, the moment I clicked that pay button, oh, that sinking feeling. And I was like, oh my God, what did I just do? Yeah, so the price. Okay, the next thing is that it gets a lot of attention, and maybe that's good. Maybe you like a lot of attention, maybe it's bad. To me, it's bad because it gets so much attention that everybody wants to touch it. For the first 30 days that I had this phone, no one knew I had this phone. No one in my family saw this phone. None of my friends saw the phone. I kept it in its case. I kept the case in my bag, and I only took it out. Like, I would often walk away from people to take the phone out and use it because I just didn't want anyone to know I had the phone, especially not my children. I didn't want my children to want to play with the phone, so I hid the phone for a month. And so that attention getting leads me to the last thing, and number 5 is fear. And fear and anxiety about this phone, at least for me, is very high. Every time somebody sees it, they're like, oh, wow, is that one of those folding phones? Let me check it out. And I'm like, one of my friends reached out toward the phone. I saw his hands were wet. I was like, no, get away, And Another one of my friends reached for the phone and she's got those long nails, and I'm just like, oh, don't scratch my phone, oh, please. So things like that, it's like, it's unreasonable. Why should I have so much anxiety about the phone? I have a 2-year-old, he wants to touch the phone. I'm like, eh. Now, that's legit because my Pixel 4 XL died because my little baby threw it all over the place. He would get to play with it, and then he would throw the phone. I'm like, dude, you can't throw my phone. What are you doing? So this phone, he can touch it now after 90 days, but he doesn't get to hold the phone. Okay, folks, in all honesty, yes, this is my dream phone. This is the best phone I have ever owned. Ever since tablets first came out, I was like, yeah, I want a phone that's a tablet. And so I bought the Galaxy Note series for many years. And when Asus came out with their tablet phone hybrid thing, I was interested in it, but you had to carry around an extra device. And I was like, eh. And this thing is incredible. I mean, the folding, it opens, and it just does what it's supposed to do. It's got a great screen on the outside. It's got an even better screen on the inside. I've only had a small gripe where 1 or 2 of my games I like to play is not compatible with the phone, meaning they just crash every once in a while. But for media consumption, reading an ebook, reading the news, watching videos on YouTube, this thing's incredible. The cameras are very good. I really like the super slow-mo cameras. I like the voice activation in the camera system. I really like the wireless decks. I've got like a Chromecast device on my TV, so I can use this wirelessly to send decks to my TV. So it changes my TV into something like a computer. I also have some docking accessories so that I can make this into somewhat of a laptop replacement, and I kind of like that. I'd have to say it's powerful enough that, you just want to do Word documents and things like that, you can do it. I don't really like typing on this, either in the thumb way or in the swipe way, because when you're swiping, you're on the small screen. When you're using your thumbs, you're on the big screen. I'm not used to it yet. And the sound that comes out of this thing is incredible. I'm a teacher, and sometimes in class I need to play a clip, and I can play the sound on the phone, and the whole classroom can hear it very clearly. So that's awesome. When I go to the gym in the morning, I like to put this thing on the elliptical, and I can watch videos. So I have to say, for me, it's the best phone ever, and my absolute favorite thing is reverse wireless charging. I can take my watch, put it on the back here, set up reverse wireless charging, and it charges my watch even faster than the charging brick that came with my watch. How does that happen? So yeah, it's an incredible phone. If you can get over those 5 things that I mentioned, maybe it's the phone for you. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. And remember, you are awesome. See ya.